You're running late, tearing through the living room and flipping couch cushions to find a pair of sunglasses you held just 5 minutes ago. Your brain filters out thousands of routine physical actions every day because they lack any signal of importance. When you drop your keys on a counter while thinking about work, that data is processed as a background event and discarded before a durable memory can even form. To bypass this filter, we have to convince the brain that this specific moment is relevant to our long-term needs. We can achieve this by combining 4 distinct brain functions to manually signal that a piece of information is high priority. Pick up an object you frequently lose and move to the spot where you usually leave it. We're going to layer these signals together. Walk to the spot where you intend to leave the item. Stop moving entirely. Hold the object and look at it. Dedicate exactly 3 seconds of absolute concentration to the item in your hand. This brief period of focus increases your immediate awareness. It signals to the brain that the upcoming action requires more than just background processing. Moving too quickly prevents the brain from shifting out of its routine state, meaning the next steps won't have the necessary cognitive engagement to stick. This initial pause is the baseline for ensuring the information is actually received by the memory network. Next, we add an element of novelty. Look at the surface where you are placing the item and project a bizarre or exciting visualization onto that exact spot. Imagine something like this: a group of tiny garden gnomes aggressively washing a miniature car right next to your sunglasses. Unusual or emotionally charged images act as a flag. Because the brain is wired to track anomalies that might be important for our future, it prioritizes bizarre visuals over routine ones. If the image you choose is too realistic or mundane, the brain will treat it as background noise and fail to trigger this priority response. Adding this layer of novelty is what forces the brain to treat the location as a point worth tracking. Now place the item down. As you do, look directly at it and touch it. Drag your fingers across the surface of the object. This engages the visual and tactile brain regions simultaneously, encoding the event through 2 sensory pathways. When these regions fire together, the memory is woven into a complex network. This redundancy ensures that if one sensory cue fades, the other still provides the location. You can reinforce this further by saying the location out loud, adding an auditory layer to the process. Multisensory encoding creates a memory that is physically more robust and harder for the brain to discard during its routine cleanup. Finally, look at your item and then point to a nearby object you already know perfectly, like the drawer where you always keep your keys. You are defining this new, temporary location by its physical relationship to a permanent, established habit. This links the new, fragile memory to a neural pathway that is already firmly lodged in your brain. Visualize the new item and the old one as a single connected unit in your mental map. Connecting a new memory to an old one is an effective way to leverage your existing knowledge to stabilize new information. By combining concentration, novelty, multisensory input, and associative linking, you have successfully emphasized the importance of this information. You have moved the location of your sunglasses from a fleeting thought to a durable entry in your memory network. Because the brain perceives a message delivered through multiple functions as significant to our well-being, it allocates the resources necessary to keep that memory accessible. This same method of layering sensory and emotional signals can be used to stabilize abstract data, from professional names to complex facts. Now that we have established how to signal importance, we can look closer at how emotions function so we can more accurately label the moments worth remembering.